Lats and biceps respond differently to training than the pressing exercise. For example, they don't respond well to eccentric loading. This is especially true for the lats. When you try to emphasize the eccentric for the lats, the forearms and grip always takes over. So you can't really eccentrically load the lats properly. And it doesn't function well anyway. It will just cause accumulation of scar tissue in your lats and will induce some problems, probably at the shoulder joint. So eccentric loading for the lats should be de-emphasized as much as possible. But the biceps and lats have also this thing in common. They respond well to fatigue training, whereas the main upper body performance muscle respond better to performance training, stimulation focused on improving your level of force output or power output. The lats and biceps respond well to a higher volume of work, a higher amount of work, creating more fatigue. So they respond better to higher reps than the pressing muscle do. They also respond well to circuits and also respond particularly well to supersets. So these are all, or any technique that can be used to extend the length of a set, like rest pause, like partial reps at the end of a set, or a static hold at the end of a set, stuff like that. And if the lats and bicep don't respond specifically well to eccentric loading, they do respond well to isometric loading, which is holding a pause at the end of a movement. So when working specifically the lats, it's good at the end of each rep to hold the weight for 1 or 2 seconds, or at the end of the set when you're done, hold that last rep for as long as you can. This will increase the workload of the muscle without going against the nature of that muscle. So it gives the proper stimulation for added workload. Another way to boost volume, which I like specifically, is eccentric-less training. The back respond the best of all the muscle group to eccentric-less training. I think that those who have stubborn like lats, they have problem having their lats grow. Eccentric-less training will be the secret to unlock their growth. So that's one technique we like to use. So this is basically how you set up the foundation workout. We're going to start with a lat exercise in which the biceps are not involved, because we really want to target those lats at first. Some options we have is the tib pull down, which is a lat pull down utilizing the ab straps. So we take the arms out of the movement. We can also use a pullover machine if you have a good one. The old Nautilus one used to be a good one. The Avenger one we have here is a great one. So if you have a good pullover machine, these are very effective. Dumbbell pullovers won't work as well, because basically a pullover with a dumbbell will load the first portion of the movement, but once you pass your head, it becomes unloaded. From here to here, you're going against gravity, so there is some resistance. From here to here, you could probably move 1,000 pounds. There's no resistance. And that's where the lats will respond the best. So a pullover with a dumbbell doesn't work that well, not as a machine. But we can use also straight arm pull downs, which we're going to use also in that workout. So you start with a movement for lats, which doesn't involve the biceps. And this is done by itself. Then we're going to move to a superset. Doesn't have to be a superset, but we like to use a superset because lats respond especially well to supersets of one exercise where you do use the biceps while using a lat, so a lat pull down, for example, and it's supersetted with an exercise where you focus on the lats but you don't use the biceps, or a straight arm pull down, for example. So this is one way of stimulating the lats by giving them what they want to have and what they're built to do, which is sustain a high level of fatigue. And then we're going to do the biceps work. We're going to do an extended set, like a preacher curl, and at the end we're going to hold the weight in place for as long as we can, because biceps, just like lats, respond very well to holding a weight in place. So that will be the lifting portion of the workout. As you can see, it's not that much lifting volume, because with weights, with cables, even if you try to de-emphasize the eccentric, there's still lots of eccentric. So if you want to bulk up the volume, which you need to do for back especially, we will do an eccentric-less circuit at the end, which can be done for 3, 4, or 5 circuits. Actually, the more you do, the better, because the more volume you can sustain for the back, the more it will grow. And eccentric-less circuits are the way to do that.